Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today. In this video, I want to talk about my reading plans for these last weeks of 2021. The end of the year is approaching so fast. So I thought this is the perfect time to film this end of the year book tag, which I feel like is kind of a must to do as a booktuber. And I feel like I'm also late to the party because people have started to film this in September. And September is definitely not the time of the year when I start to think about the end of the year. But the middle of November, I feel like it's much more okay to do that. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about my reading plans for the end of the year and just plans in general. So let me get into the questions. And the first question is, let me see if I can find it on my phone. Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? And yes, I particularly want to finish one book which I started in September. That is Dune by Frank Herbert. I started this because I wanted to read it, silly me, before watching the movie. That didn't happen. I've seen the movie. I still haven't progressed much more. The last time I mentioned this book, I am at page 114. So I think once I get over my nonfiction TBR for November, I'll have more time to read this book. But of course, it doesn't help that I started an audiobook that is completely not part of my November TBR. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I feel like I need to read books because I'm in the mood of reading those particular books, and then I don't want to force my TBR on myself. So from that point of view, TBRs and me are not always a great match, but I am still hoping to finish this. The next question is, do you have any autumnal books to transition into the end of the year? And for this, I have one because I quite randomly today, I decided to start another audiobook. I mean, why not? I already have so many books on the go. And it is The Witches of St. Petersburg by Imogen Edwards Jones. Because it's about witches, it's the perfect autumnal transition book to winter. And it's, I hope I'm gonna enjoy it. I only listened to about 20 minutes of it. I don't really know a lot about the plot. I don't think I remember anything about it from when I added it to my wish list. But so far I can tell you that it is about two girls who come from the royal family in Montenegro, and to lift up their countries and to make good political alliances with Russia. Their father marries them off to important people in the Russian court. And apparently these two girls are practicing black magic. And because of that, people at the court don't really like them, or they don't really want to associate with them. But I think they make friends, or they become friends with the Tsarina, so the queen of Russia at that time. And this is set towards the end of the 1800s. There's like characters like Rasputin and important political figures from that time in this book, because this is also partially inspired by true events. The next question is, are there any new releases that you're still waiting for? And short, no, but I do have a book for this question, because this is one book that came out not so long ago, and I've been really anticipating reading it. So I don't know why I have held back, because I bought this right after it came out, and it has been some weeks. But it is Kazuo Ishiguro's Clara and the Sun. Kazuo Ishiguro is one of my favorite writers. I have read all of his backlisted novels. So with this, I'll be really up to date when it comes to his novels. And I can't wait to read it. I really love his writing style. And even though I haven't gelled with all of his novels, he's still one of my favorite writers. And just the fact that this is about an artificial intelligence it really excites me, and I believe I will really enjoy it. So tell me, have you read it, and if you have enjoyed it? But please don't spoil it. I really want to go into this one blind. The next question is, what are the 3 books that you want to finish before the end of the year? And for this, I picked up the 3 books that I have set aside for my December TBR or my winter TBR, because I feel like this winter I will feel in the mood to read books which are set in wintertime or are at least very wintry in some way or another. So these 3 books are also the perfect books to answer this question with. And these are also the 3 biggest hardbacks I have on my shelves. And I don't have that many hardbacks. I don't normally buy hardbacks, but somehow I ended up with these 3. The first one is called The Winter Palace. This is actually a book in Hungarian. I picked this up in Budapest some years ago and I haven't gotten to it yet. And this is by Eva Stachniak. I think she's like a Polish-Canadian writer. And this is set in the 1740s in Russia. And we follow a young girl who is at the palace. I think she's either a lady's maid or a lady in waiting, or I'm not sure what you call the women who are around the monarch or the queen or the Tsarina in this case. But we follow this woman and how she kind of helps Catherine II navigate court life, court intrigue and politics and so on and so forth. So I believe it's going to be quite interesting. And it's been a while since I read a historical fiction set in Russia. And now I have 2 on the go with The Witches of St. Petersburg. So I think this is kind of be a perfect pick to get into historical fiction as well a little bit more. And yeah, this cover is also very, very beautiful. The second one I picked up at a book forum, expo some years ago, and it is Kate Atkinson's Life After Life. And this one is actually in Danish. So if I read the previous one in Hungarian and I read this in Danish and the rest in English, it's going to be a pretty international reading end of the year for me. But I'm sure you heard about Kate Atkinson's Life After Life, and this cover also absolutely screams winter. And this is about a woman who lives her life again and again. I'm not exactly sure. I think it is set around the beginning of the 1900s, and through telling of her life over and over again, I guess we get to see what happened in her country or generally during that time, during that historical period. It says here a little girl is born in England in 1910 during a really powerful snowstorm, but she dies before she takes her first breath, or does she? So I think that's a really interesting premise. I think it's going to be quite a slow read as well because I'm not used to reading in Danish. The next one is another one which absolutely screams snow and winter and freezing temperatures. I really, really love this cover. So when I saw it, it was also insanely cheap. I just decided to pick it up. It is Zuleika by Güzel Yakhina. And I picked this up because of the cover, but also the premise. It sounds so interesting. So we follow this woman, Zuleika, who lives with her husband and a not so friendly mother-in-law. But the husband is also quite brutal. So she lives, her situation is not so happy. And then her husband is killed because they find that he has been hiding some grain. And this is during the communist regime, right after the Russian Revolution. So when her husband is killed, she is taken to Siberia. And there she has to survive, because what is worse than a Siberian winter at something which is probably a work camp? I don't know, but she's exiled there in the wilderness. So I think this is also going to be the perfect wintry read for me. So as you can see, there are a lot of historical fiction novels here, and there's quite a few with Russian settings. So I think it's going to be quite interesting. It's been a while since I read anything set in Russia, and I'm quite excited. And maybe this is gonna set me on a path to read some Russian classics next year. I think I would love that. The next question is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Now, good question. Some of these books, I think one of these three might still shock me, even though I already have high expectations, so I'm not exactly sure. But knowing me, I will also maybe pick up other books because I will feel like it. And yeah, who knows what's gonna shock me or not. I also feel like it's hard for me at this point to have books which really shock me and to which I give 5 stars. I don't know. I'm really stingy with giving out 5 stars for books. I really, really absolutely have to adore it. But it hasn't happened that often in 2021. So maybe it's gonna happen now. I don't know. It would be nice to end this year on a high note. It would be really nice. Let me know, have any books shocked you lately or really become 5 stars unexpectedly? Because it doesn't happen so often to me. And the last question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2022? So I haven't decided anything yet. But I have been thinking about reading more of my own books, and I think this TBR here is already a proof of that, because all of these books I picked from my shelves. And I don't have any books out from the library at the moment. I mean, except the audiobook from my app, but I don't have any physical books out from the library. And I think for me that's a good step. That's a great step in the right direction, because I normally have five plus books out from the library, and then I can never ever read my own books. So I will stay back from the library at least for the first maybe 6 months of next year and try to polish some of the books I have on my shelves, which there are many. So this is it from me today. Let me know what are the books you are trying to pick up also during the last weeks of the year, and if you also have some great wintry books among those. And I guess this is where I leave you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.